fluent French, so that was a huge help. She actually sat next to me and helped me through the service. We also had CD, another translator, and Charles, who were kind of paired off with one or two of us, helping us understand what was going on. It was a good service. They did a lot of testimonies at the beginning. Had people from the community stand up, talk about some things that had been going on in their life and ways that God had been working, how He'd been healing, how He'd been keeping people safe. Many of the people had just come back from some sort of travels, whether it was down towards South Africa or over to Gambia. With the rains, we're just ending the rainy season over here, so with the rains, a lot of the roads have been washed out, which makes it difficult for a lot of these people traveling. A lot of them were traveling to see their families, so they're thankful for having safe travels and getting back okay. After church, I kind of just laid low. We had lunch with, I think her name's either Marilyn or Madeline. I can't remember. Terrible with names, but she's been here in Senegal for, I think, 20 some years. Started her degree in Hawaii and then graduated from Wheaton College in Chicago. She was studying linguistics and some anthropology, and she's worked out here as a translator, working with the Wolof people to translate the Bible into their language, which was a people group of about 3 million that didn't have a copy of the Bible, didn't have a translation. So she's been working really hard on that. You can definitely see that it's something that she's very passionate about, which is cool to see. Had lunch until probably 1:30 or 2. Well, probably till 2 or 2:30. And then, what did we do? Spent some time just relaxing, reading, doing various things. Walked outside, walked around the school a little bit. Got to see the basketball court, which was actually able to play on later in the evening. I had heard that they played, and we had gone into town and came back, and they were already playing, so I missed out getting in there at the beginning. But Robert, who is the head of the school here, he went over there and was talking to him, and they were in the midst of a game, and there was probably 25, 30 very athletic, probably 20, anywhere from high teens to low 20s, Senegalese playing, and they understood how to play. They're pretty athletic. I don't think they really wanted a white guy, let alone a minorly overweight one. But by some miracle, I was able to play. It was a lot of fun, getting out there, running up and down with them. They've actually got a full court, internet FIBA rules, so that the lanes are wider under the basket than they are at the free throw line. But it was fun. Got up and down. It's pretty physical. I was actually able to hit a step-back three-pointer over somebody, so that felt pretty good. And then they called me for a foul on a drive, and I don't speak French, so I was trying. I knew that I was the person that they had called a foul on, but I disagreed on it, and it was apparent that I was disagreeing, but I didn't speak French, so I don't know if that helped or hurt my cause. But afterwards, Mark Snelling, he had been watching and observing, and he said, I think that the point where you actually put your foot down and said, hey, no, that's not the right call. I think you finally got some credibility there, and so I helped out. It was fun. I got to help. I think our team ended up winning. But definitely some talented players. I need to start a talent agency quick while I'm here, trying to get some of these signed so we can rep them over in the league. But so in the afternoon, before playing basketball, we went into town. We went to an artisan market, an artist market essentially. They had a variety of masks and wood carvings, leather sandals, leather shoes, cloth. So they made long cloths for the tables and napkins and table settings, all sorts of stuff. Apparently, it wasn't very busy when we were there. Apparently, one of the people that ran one of the shops had some family members pass away. So that was the reason why a lot of the shops were closed up. A lot of the families were in mourning, which was unfortunate. But it was cool to see. If you've been in a typical third world country, there's always some sort of market area, and this was a good experience of theirs today, all by a a smaller scale, but I mean, you have the haggling for price. The come see, high quality. So there's definitely some of that. Some of us had some fun with it. But it was good. It was definitely an experience. Got to go into town and see chess, the actual city, which was neat. One of the things we drove by was in between the 2 lanes of roads, there would be just these empty fields, either partially grass or mostly just sand and gravel, and you'd see just multiple games of pickup soccer. Which I got in a pickup basketball game today. It would be fun to get in a pickup basketball game or a pickup soccer game sometime while I'm here. But they were saying that everywhere there's an open field and even a super old ball, everybody's kicking it around. So I think that'd be fun to get out there and experience that. I think sports is something that definitely doesn't matter what language you say, as long as you can play and you play fair. I think I can do something to build some friendships there. We got back tonight. And just kind of relaxed, just joking around with the team. You can see everybody's starting to get closer together and feel more comfortable. There's been a variety of jokes that have been cracked, and Mark Snelling is now Tyson Depoe's father, which typically in Senegal is a respectful term, but I am not entirely sure how Tyson is using it, but the respectful part is not what I'm guessing. But it was good, relaxing, just eating dinner, hanging out. Was able to get a lot of reading done on some of the books I brought with, which has been good. Mark Sinan and I were kind of talking through kind of game plan for the board meetings, talking through what specific questions we want to tee off on, and how we need to make sure that how it flows, and that it's not just him or myself or Kelsey asking specific questions, but that we're able to give a flow to it. And I think we absolutely will. I think once we get it mapped out, it'll help a lot, and then also the natural flow of the meeting should make itself for that, so that should be good. Got some exciting news today. I got a Facebook message from Monica saying that I needed to call her, so I called her, and she is meeting us down here tomorrow evening in Chess. For those of you that don't know, Monica is my next younger sister. She's been here for about 3-4 months now, and she flies back to our house in December and then finishes out her senior year at Wheaton and graduates in May. But she's going to be out here starting tomorrow evening and then through the rest of the week, which will be great. I wasn't sure how much I was going to get to see her, so I'm pretty excited about that. I think the team's looking forward to it also. Tonight was just spent kind of relaxed, and people were just on the phones, on the computer, sending emails, sending Facebooks, trying to get contact with people back home. It's weird being here by myself in a context like this, not having family or anybody, but it's been good. Definitely been developing some good relationships with people, and I'm excited. I think there's a lot of things that we can do to help. Coming into it, I wasn't sure, but I know that the beginning of the trip, it was supposed to be focused a lot on microfinance, microenterprise development, things that I'm definitely very interested in and very passionate about. But seeing it over here, it gives you a different perspective on what things can actually be successful and what things actually need to be addressed and what things have been an issue because of grants, or how much of it is just the culture of complacency that at least I've seen some of that. But on the other side, there's also, walking through Dakar yesterday, just you tell everybody was very entrepreneurial. There's always people carrying something to sell something, and if you can sell something, you can make money, and you're going to be of value to somebody. So it was encouraging to see that. I don't know how much. I'm guessing there's probably no business development, nothing coming around that, no corporations or anything. But it's the type of thing that would be interesting to see what some American ideas, how maybe they might even hinder, but how they might help, even in a small way. These people are living around here. We've been fortunate. Our hosts have been great, very gracious. The food has been excellent. Lunch was a little interesting. I was a little intimidated when I saw just fish and fish heads and fish tails. but it ended up being very good. The rice was great.